Yes, I did. You supposed to hop in the camera.
I'm not hopping in the camera. I'm not an animated person.
Hooligan TV. Watch hooligans.
Yeah, okay.
Look at that little hooligan right there.
Yeah. Yeah. You might know. You might know. You might know. Oh, you might know. You might know. You might know. You might know. Follow me. Yeah. If you love bitch. Y'all can't just say me on that damn bitch. Yeah. Hey, I was wondering why the fuck I'm here learning the hallway. Slumping out them bars and mics, I watch my dreams get far away. People steal the sweat, but they can't duplicate the feelings that I had. The feelings I create, the way I'm feeling is so elevated. I ain't tripping about you, it's your gate, just save your leg. I remember passing out on the floor, waking up and reaching right back for more. I remember asking you for your help and you left me for dead when I needed you most. I remember coming home on that flight. I remember praying every night on my knees and telling God I ain't never gonna quit. I ain't never gonna quit on my life. I done made mistakes that I can't take back. I done said some shit I fully regret.
Yo, me and Max's friendship, our dynamic was just something like, you know what I mean? I feel like only we could truly understand. And, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the shit that ever transpired between us was just always between us. I met Max back in the summer going into our junior year, summer 09. I get a message on MySpace from this nigga named Fifth Dimension Beats. I was lightly probably like rapping at the time. I wasn't really releasing music back then, but I guess it was known I rapped. Nigga was hitting me up like, yo, I got beats. And I remember we started exchanging. I didn't know who he was. You know, he was like, yo, I actually go to school with you. But you know what I'm saying? Like 10th grade year, I had never like met him or talked to him. He used to always just be like, yo, I used to hate your ass, yo. I really did not like you, yo. Just be in the hall, just loud and laughing. You know, at that time, 10th grade, even like 11th grade, you know, Max was like a quiet, shy to himself kind of dude. So I remember around the time, like when he started sending me beats, he was like, yo, I got a recording set up at my house. So I would start going to his house and we would start making like our earliest music together. A lot of the time we would just be in there just listening to beats, listening to instrumentals, you know what I'm saying? Trying to find something, just listening to music, exchanging the type of music we like, the type of music we want to make. That's really what them times was about. Back then, all he listened to for real was like The Alchemist and Jay Dilla. Like that was his type of shit. He like MF Doom, Flying Lotus, shit like that. And see me, I was more so into like Cool Kids, Don Kennedy.
My money's strong, like my stacks doing push-ups. It's actually cool though. Listen.
But he was really only on beats. And I remember one day, he played this song he rapped on for me. And I was like, nigga, you straight. You should be rapping. But, you know, he didn't always have the most confidence in that shit or just in other ways. But through this video, I'm going to say some things that I feel like, speaking on his insecurities of confidence and things like that, you know, things he dealt with later on. But I feel comfortable telling this stuff because it's nothing he never said himself. This is all things he shared in his music, on social media. And these are all things through the conversations we've had over the years, he's been able to admit to me. Just summer 09 was a beautiful time, man. Like I used to be at this dude's house every day for real. And we just be recording. We really had started like smoking weed together. All these fond memories, man. We started getting our thing together. We had a group called the Hooligans. Our earliest music, like I even still got the files. Like it was so bad, but like it was something there.
Wake up in the morning feeling just like me. You wanna walk a mile in these 9.5 sneaks. Rare colorway, Adidas Gazelle, skateboard version, finna put a hurtin' on these fools. They saved by the bell and that's all. I get an encore while you get on stage and they already want that curtain call.
I'm feeling it like a pregnant chick when the baby kick, and I'm loving it, cause what I'm feeling is accomplishment. Feel I can do it if I just put my mind to it.
Through 2010, we were kind of refining our sound, getting comfortable with recording. And at that same time, I was helping bring Max out of his shell, you know what I'm saying? So I started bringing him to parties with me. I started introducing him to certain people. I would tell him what shit to wear, what not to wear, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was just the nature of it, you know what I'm saying? That was my boy, but you know what I mean? I was getting him acclimated to like the scene, or just, you know, our coming of age, getting cool, getting your swag, you know what I'm saying? And got my boy about them polo shoes, you feel me? Have my nigga, you know what I mean? And some Jordans and shit. With websites to cop tees on, you know what I mean? Like, so in 2010, like I said, Max was still really shy about like showing his music and all that shit. And we were like recording music on the low, but not dropping it. But this nigga at our school, this nigga named Tato, like a little rap dude or whatever. I don't know who started it. I think Tato may have started it. Tato wanted to do a song with me or something, and some weird shit happened. But one of them niggas dissed each other. Like, I think Tato made a diss rap, or maybe Max made the diss song first. But all I know is when he dropped that diss song, this shit took over the school. One, it was just so surprising to people because Max was like the quiet Asian kid. Like, niggas like, what? Hold up. First off, you rap. Then it was hard. Then it was a diss to a nigga that everybody know. That shit took a life of its own. And that shit was like his first taste of like some clout, like a little boosting. He got some popularity, and you know what I'm saying? He liked it. It helped his confidence and shit, you know what I'm saying? And from that point on, he had more confidence about releasing music. Him and Tato had like a little 2-song exchange.
What's up, man? I gotta give you props. You came back pretty strong, but it ain't over. I gotta clear up a few things, you know what I'm saying? So check me. First off, get your facts straight. On Friday I did show, and if you gon' pack my race, I'm not Chinese, I'm Filipino. I was there, you had your back turned, never looked me eye to eye, cause you knew my song tizzled your potato ass into some fried checkers. Karate chopping so stereotypical. I said you'd make some Asian jokes, stop being so predictable. Yeah, I know my ether shit was hella fucking slick, tough enough to get every one of your fans riding my dick.
And it wasn't no real beef, and like Max, you know, he deaded it and shit.
What's up, everybody? It's Flash Gordon. Yeah, this is like my video basically recapping over the whole rap battle beef type shit between me, Tato. I'm finished with this whole diss shit. Now, before it gets too personal with people, I'll just stop. Tato's done, at least that's what he says, I don't know. But just to look back, I just wanted to say that this has been a great experience. It's been pretty fun. Certainly got me a lot of exposure, you know, coming out of nowhere with this shit. And it's blown up a lot more than I thought it would be, so thank you to everybody who's supporting me. And, it's well appreciated. Be on the lookout for Tato shit, his mixtape, my mixtape, well, me and Darius's mixtape, the Hooligans mixtape, what's the title? Ear Fucking.
In the 2010, I cop a camera, and I had the idea for like the 7th Floor Villains. I had another group of friends aside from Max that was like, we used to just kick it and shit, and I used to bring him around them sometimes. So I'm like, yo, we need to start recording what we doing. We can start recording video, you know what I'm saying? That was like the whole plan. And at this time, me and Max's music was starting to come more and more along. So late 2010, early 2011, we started dropping some music videos.
Tonight's the night, like when Martin met Gina. Down goes Frazier, crazy behavior. I'm in the spot, real twister like with it. Twist that stank up, then put a light to it.
7th floor, we illest. Big shit, we kill it. Along with the comic strip hero niggas, we the villains, run shit. No permission and hoes with no emission of vision. With HD camera, you couldn't get a picture.
I've been buying shit lately like fuck what it costs. Bitches act like ladies but getting slutty in the dark. And you've been riding on my dick, and I've been fucking on your bitch, and you've been copying my style while I copyright my shit.
No matter how far I go, I swear my morals here to stay. Fuck a woman, love a woman, swear I never heard a woman. Jordans come and Jordans go, I keep them lined up in a row. Clothes, I got a lot of those, every day a fashion show. Get Chanel my number, I think she would like to know. D-Goody, your girl adore, cool ass kid from Baltimore.
Damn! Fuck damn! Oh my god, that was a fire! I don't need to go hard in the paint, making money, making moves, don't give a fuck about what y'all think. Hey! Poser ass lames dap me up, calling me they homie. Little homie, get the fuck out of my face, bitch, you don't know me. I just can't hang with you, you don't know what I've been through. I'm fighting life, you would've got knocked out in round 2.
My neck, bling bling, because of this herringbone chain. And it's feeling to find the things, thinking the words just couldn't explain. I told up, flash, got another one just to roll up. Nigga, hold up, let me take a breather, shit, I'm kinda choked up.
His flash, bitch, what it is though? Keep it cool, reference to my smile, temperature too low.
Oh, this nigga Max always was making that emotional shit, you know what I'm saying? Like when he was doing his shit and like now on some live shit with us, like this was always real him.
Puts me, whoever the fuck I am, together and makes this being that you hear and see. So yeah, I don't know.
I used to be the kid to fall in love, now it's like what the fuck. I done lost all dreams of connecting with another. Shit, I can't even fully understand my brother. I see him living every day, every moment he's maturing, trying to grow into his age. And through the false sense of happiness his smiles may betray, I know his thoughts of dad still remain. But what the fuck can I do? Max, I don't want your brother to turn into you. Mom's starting to hate having a failure as her son. Firstborn Max, but my life is minimum. Join costs with the gun, Russian roulette, destiny will choose the next. Leave the murder scene with an empty round in a text.
Like a lot of people was really fucking with it, niggas was fucking with the videos. And like I said, he kind of had the school attention for real, just rolling off the shit that happened with the Tato beef.
So on March 27th, 2011, I dropped my first tape, Beginner's Luck. And Max was featured on damn near half the tape, you know what I'm saying? And I'ma come clean, that shit took off quick. I remember that shit had 1,000 downloads like the first 24, 48 hours, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy.
Dream big, damn my dreams hurt my head. Damn I need to bust a nut, tell that girl come give me head. Damn I ain't got no respect, always think about spreading legs. A dozen fine Spanish girls, but naked up in my bed.
Party hard, fuck us off, that's the way that flashy moves. Like my weed exhale my palms, bitches think that flashy smooth. All these people around me, I don't even know half of these dudes. Getting mud cause they feeling like I haven't paid all my dues.
And then look, so that's March 27th, right? A few days later, April 2nd, he dropped his first tape, Fool's Gold.
Skipping school, I go fuck. I guess that's a good way to start off a tape. Look. Flash, bitch. This is for them fools. It ain't gold, but it glitter. Unknown a year ago, but now I'm on Tumblr and Twitter. Facebook requests, girls wishing they were mine. Running through them fast. Why you think I got that Sonic tag? I sit a seat ahead. Know your moves, I'm in your head. Pick apart your strategy. Fuck whoever mad at me.
And then there was Lick My Dragon Balls. Hands down our biggest hit together to this day. Like that song took the fuck over.
It's that light-skinned rapping kid from the other side of town. Used to get mad play on the playground. Thought that I was killing then. Nigga, you should see me now. Out of town bound, but I used to be college bound. Kicking ass and taking names, it's not surprising. I'm high and he's Asian. Ain't got no eyes, man. Them late to school high guys. Part-time weed, man. Loud pack, loud music. Like for the weekend. Lick my Dragon Balls, bitch. Lick my Dragon Balls. Lick my Dragon Balls, bitch. Lick my Dragon Balls. Lick my Dragon Balls, bitch. Lick my Dragon Balls. Lick my Dragon Balls, bitch. Lick my Dragon Balls.
Picture me, picture frame, flashes on your wall. Snapshot took with the cannon. You talking like you tough, but you never blast that cannon. Internet thugs promoting drugs. Yet I'm a giant tennis shoe when it comes to smashing you bugs.
Yo, the realest shit Max ever did, yo, like when it came time for our senior prom, because of the popularity of the shit, they wanted Max to perform at the prom, you know what I'm saying? And even though he was like, he's probably a little shy, like he made sure I was in on it too. He was like, oh, you gotta get Goody too. I ain't gonna do it without Goody. And that shit was so dope, man. Like, we got paid $600 to perform at our senior prom, you know what I'm saying? And anybody that was there, yo,
Teachers call up Max, timidly I raise my hand. Quiet little fucker, but quickly evolving to the man. Homie, you was moving wrong, so your pepperies is a step. Now my old friends hate me cause I shuffle once I left. Now check it on my neck, G. Died on my luxury. Used to hide in the back, now I ride the front seat. It's that nice shit rapping kid from the other side of town. Used to get mad playing on the playground. That I was staring at. Nigga, you should see me now. Out of town bound, but I used to be college bound. Down to make it either hell. Used to throw the black and rouse of grams and let's keep it loud.
Yo, we was just on stage like cussing up a storm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like our songs were so just fucking provocative. We got like halfway through the set and got kicked off. You know what I'm saying? Like the administration like tapped the DJ, told him turn the music off.
Make my Dragon Balls, bitch. Make my Dragon Balls. Make my Dragon Balls, bitch. Make my Dragon Balls. Make my Dragon Balls, bitch. Make my Dragon Balls. Make my Dragon Balls, bitch. Make my Dragon Balls. Picture green flashes on your wall. Snapshots understanding. You talking like you tough. I never wear that cannon. And then that dogs for my drugs.
That night was funny. We just took that money. We bought like some weed.
Damn! Look at this rapper weed. Yo, can I get a profile picture? That shit like a fucking oh my. He ever birthed himself.
So that's when I dropped another project in July. And of course, you know, Max was on like 5, probably even 6 of the songs. And that tape had 2 of my favorite songs by us, like to this day, like just 2 of my favorite fucking songs, yo. Wow.
Girl, with the business, kick them digits, set it up so we can kick it. Kick your shoes off, then you with it. Blow the spliff off, then you dizzy. Sex is better when you higher. My dick stroking your desires. Pussy gassy like a lighter. Keep it plunging, got the munchies. Drink some Kool-Aid off your tummy. Eat some ice cream on your titty. Sex is special when you with me. Busting nuts out on your kidney. Couldn't make it to your mouth in time. Swear I got you next time. It's always head and tail when I'm flipping these dimes.
Just last summer, I changed for the better. Living life cool, call it winter sweater. Take it out, break it down, fill it up, roll it round. Started off with joints, but I'm only smoking blunts now. Maybe once out the week I'll smoke a white boy and join in the room full of blunts. Who that white boy? His flash, bitch. Fool, you ain't know. Take your girl, now her face look like she playing in the snow. Ho, we used to steal snacks and soda from the teachers' lounge. Revenge on them for detentions. We jumped on their couch, a couple muddy prints. Bitch, I don't take no shit. We the hooligans, bullies couldn't bully the kid. Man, Flash stay the illest. Figures that I'm skinny. Cop pull me over Wayne Brady on these piggies. Keep a quarter ounce for when my dealers hit the drought. My Hampton homies know what the fuck that shit about. Flame looks like fall, so my joints pound with autumn. Make a soft lane and I ain't hitting rock bottom. Bikini bottom, crazy sex, she working on the flips. I never eat, but I leave her with Miracle Whip. It's the smoothest kid. Acne ain't affecting how I do this shit. Keep some fresh tires on my 18s, never slip. I ain't with that clown shit. Vibing on some 24s, keep that clock shit for the wrist. Call it floss and go. Air Max edition, Nike swoosh when I glisten with the hoop and shorts. Something light, cleaner than the dishes. Back shots a couple times, put it down for the count. Hopping out the window like Trey and then I burn out.
A minute, 14 seconds on the beat, I'm about to kill it. Feel it like a baby kicking, ain't got no church, I'm almost famous. Aiming, snacking on these rhymes. Hella girls, hella dimes, hella weed, hella dimes. Like that rhyme, press rewind. I'm that nigga from any angle, more bodies than when the Bengals get bitches like Channing Tatum. Keep fighting until I make it till he dead or he fainted like Peter and that chicken. Life's a suicide mission, but I'ma go out on the top. All my female fans hot, and they know about that sloppy top. I like my girl's ass hot. Weed is my cash crop, green is all I know. Yellow blow, like the ladies toss the panties. Hope they Vicky, tell my private all your secrets, all them feelings you can keep it. Man, that THC I need it, smoking till I burn my fingers. Man, my roach game, the meats, a can of red couldn't beat it. I'm the man, Stevie see it. Take your girl when our sisters land seas and the siblings. Look, listen and pay attention. About to hit you with the goodness. All it really take to make it is a good idea and money. Never had a plan B, cause it distract me from my plan A. All it take is goody if you wanna make your bed shake.
2011, we graduate, and I had moved away to Chicago to go to school.
Max actually didn't graduate because, yo, we was so confident this rap shit was taking off. Like, niggas wasn't even caring about school no more. We used to just skip and go record music and smoke and shit. But that nigga used to skip a lot more than I did. Like, the funniest story ever, though, with us skipping, yo, me and him, we used to work for this roofing company. We knocking on people's doors trying to sell them shit, right? And we had saved up enough money. One day we skipped school, yo, or we, like, left out after homeroom. Nigga, we come back to school with, like, fucking tattoo sleeves. Like, you see them, all them tattoos on both his arms? He got them shits in, like, one day. Yo, we came back to school just whole new niggas. That was the funniest shit to me.
Summer 09 till summer 2011, me and this nigga was together at least probably 4 or 5 times a week. But when I moved away to college and then went to LA and then went on tours, like, it was like a year and a half of us not really being around each other regularly. I come back to Baltimore probably end of 2012 now. We reconnected, man, that's when we began recording Ear Fucking.
I'ma be fine, do the design. Niggas is steadily doubting my mind, severing my spine. Fucking these bitches should be in the Olympics for niggas with strokes. Tally the votes, 50 them broke. Brackets up at Will Chamberlain, what's his name again? That's Van Duzer, that's D Goody. I'm shooting threes and potting pussy at the same time. Pour Slurpee up, got my jersey tucked in my sweatpants. I can tie my shoes while I call to dance. Got 5 bitches on handstands.
Turn off the news and roll weed up and kick my feet up as the worlds collide. Destiny's hand gon' determine my past, so why should I even fight? I won't. Swimming in strains of pain and know my blunt ain't laced. Problems we erase, cause it's easier than going face to face.
Talk to these niggas, yo.
The devil's gasping for my breath. Watch my idols get hit by survival when now they ain't even got nothing left. Man, life is difficult. Life is pitiful. Life's a bitch, I think the meaning is quite literal. Never needed any help with my free throws. I came up slow but steady. Magnificent Machiavelli. Loved by few and doubted by many. I've been slept on but never stepped on. Bitch, I hold my own like I'm gripping my nuts. And unfuck double-digit amounts of pretty sluts and left twins and triplets on a lot of these butts. And then slide off like refrigerator magnets. In the midst of the madness, I rearrange my ambitions to fit like Tetris. Making racket, don't play tennis, but I'm serving up my talents. Told them I don't need training wheels. I was naturally born with perfect balance.
Niggas call me Goody, but the bitches call me Van. Goddamn, I switched cribs 5 times this year. Now I'm back in the middle of double level, climbing them stairs. And my bitches got cribs and they giving me rides. Got girls in different states, so I'm always straight. They always ask me if I'm pimping, and I always say that I got no game. And just some bitches understand my story. Son of a gangster that was trying to make it better for me. So I'ma do it for my family out in Missouri. Remember being 7 stories up in the sky. My crib in Chicago, writing the rhymes. Hella niggas getting robbed, but I never got tried. I swear they see the Baltimore dead in my eyes.
No, I ain't bitching, bitch, I'm chasing chips. Them Frito-Lays done grown some legs. Franklin's within grasp, I'm trying to catch him in this turtle race. Watch your fucking mouth, you gon' be shattered worse than glass face. Harvey Denim, damn, I ain't wear denim since them September days.
Yo, I'm bumping like mosquitoes. Cool Ranch Doritos. Fingers all sticky, whip the whip with my big toe. My car look like Big Show. I'm slamming like John Cena. I'm screaming like, who got the keys to my Beamer?
She wants a friend, but I ain't listening. Me and Goody be chopping tree like lumberjack, like noisy daycare kids. We smoke the loudest batch. Bait bucket hats while killing Cupid. Give them heart attacks. Damn, I got head from Lily at a pad while eating apples. Marvin Martian, watching Martin. 300 in my wallet, Spartan strong like Michigan. I got a Trojan in my pocket. Parcel package and deliveries. I sign them off like W4s. Tax forms of a flashy hits the floor, sucking like straws on all fours.
Nina from Cousin Skeeter got her up in my room. I wear a pussy like a mask. I look like MF Doom. Pass those shrooms. I'm wavy as a water balloon. I'm ducked off taking a shit, bumping dedication too.
I'm in my cotton candy camouflage. I'm shining so politely. My mannerisms and please and thank yous make all them like me. My ex still feeling me, but I told her don't get near to me. Cause America taught me that it ain't always good to have history for show. Smoking dope in the rarest clothes. My combinations unlock these hoes. The key is to have control. Starting food fights in mental institutions. When I get depressed, worked in restaurants, but now I'm blessed to serve the world success. Holding poison in my chest.
Suck my dick till you break your neck. Whipping the wheel of fortune, 500 for the watch, but I never take the time out to give it a check. She all drunk, whispering in my ear. Told me she wet like the seaside pier. I fucked your girlfriend, homie. Yeah, I know that's hard to hear. Like deaf folks, but I gave her breaststrokes with my swimming lessons. Lessons you should learn. Don't wipe that bitch if she over an 8.7. I'm 5'6", 5'7", but my self-esteem higher than heaven. Lounging in that 07 350Z rims like propellers. She getting dressed up just to come and spark some cess up. Dog, they stressing me, be checking me. I slang that dick and now that bitch obsessed with me. Smoke out the moon roof, I'm plotting on the stars. Got your girl heart jumping when I rap these anti-bars. I got my final fantasy is to see all the world run. Driving fancy cars with broads and rocking nights, don't even know where they cost. Man, I just want the privilege to stun on those that be hating on me. Man, I just want the privilege to count a meal and smoke my weed.
I'm so sarcastic and honest. My bottom bitch Pocahontas promised Flash we would make it by the time he graduated. Skipping classes, being stoners, never got that diploma. We been plotting, we been watching niggas make it. Who can't rap better than us? Fuck, but I can't hate. I offered the fist bump, he reached for the handshake. Look in the man's face, I say he respect me. I'm a low-key OG with this rap shit.
Man, like, I still love that shit to this day, and it was just so magical how we knocked that shit out. Like, we had a storage unit, like a fucking storage unit, like, for, you know what I'm saying, where people store shit. Yo, this nigga was smart as fuck. Like, he was still living with his mom and shit, so, you know, he couldn't smoke in the house. He couldn't come home smelling like weed. He couldn't really record all loud in there like he wanted to. So he got the storage unit where it had the electricity in there, and we would just go in there and, like, we would plug in the video game, set the mics up, and we would just play, like, the old Xbox, first Xbox, and record music and smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was our chill spot. Niggas never suspected shit. The storage people wasn't, like, regulating it like that. It was a good-ass idea. I never thought of no shit like that. And it lasted for a minute, and then one day, yo, oh my god. One day we was late on the rent. We had paid it, right? But we paid it late. When we went to the gate, our key didn't work. So we was like, shit, they probably didn't like reset our shit. But we used to go there at night, so it wasn't nobody we could really talk to. So we just like hopped the fence joint and just went to the unit, you know what I mean? You know, lift the door up, like a garage door. You lift it up, it locked, you know what I mean? Had a padlock on there. And we was in there. Yo, I don't know how long it was, yo. We in there playing the Xbox, smoking. I think we had finished smoking. Nigga, this damn garage door lift up. We don't see nothing but a bunch of flashlights. Nigga, it's like 8 police. Yo, it's hella cops, yo. And it's cold as shit outside too. Like, we used to be in this storage unit in the winter, like freezing. Like, we had a little space heater in there. Nigga, we used to be in that bitch cold as shit. We used to be so cold in there, yo. Police pull us out. They thinking it's a meth lab or something. Like, that's dead ass. Like, that's kind of the shit they were saying. Yo, these niggas make us like strip our clothes off. We had to take our socks off. I remember we had like 2 pair of socks on. You know what I'm saying? It was so funny. We had to take off all our socks and shit. That was just a funny ass night, yo. Me and him would talk about that all the time, yo. It was always like our biggest fear, some shit. Like, you would never think that shit would actually happen. And then like the cops was like all up in our nuts and shit. Niggas was like, yo, like take me on a date first. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we was geeking off that shit, yo. Once we didn't get arrested and they just told us like, look, you know what I'm saying? They evicted us from the shit. You know, we had to move all our shit out. But nigga, that's just like one of the funniest stories, yo. Like, I don't even know if I can tell it as good as it was, but it was just so shocking. And it was so embarrassing. Like, the police was packing us up for having the old Xbox. They was like, damn, nigga, y'all ain't even got the new shit. Oh my god, yo, that was some funny ass shit, yo. It was just wild, you know what I'm saying? But yo, that's when we recorded fucking 2013. That I had some money and shit. I was like, nigga, you know, he was begging to get out his house, you know what I'm saying? He was staying with his moms and he was begging to get to LA, you know what I'm saying? Our careers, our music and shit. He was real adamant about getting out the house, getting to LA. Feeling like that was the next natural step in us getting this to the next level. February 2013, we get an apartment in LA and we signed a 6-month lease, and my mom had to co-sign for us because we was fucking 19. It's funny looking back. It was wild times, but you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Max was a shy dude, so when I would take him out studio sessions or the little events and shit, he would always just kind of fall to the back of the room, you know what I'm saying? He'd be quiet. He wouldn't really mingle with people. Just on our day-to-day, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was trying to find jobs and it really wasn't that easy for us, you know what I'm saying? We didn't have no cars, so it got to a point where, you know, it was just 2-3 months of not working, you know what I'm saying? not having no job, and he just kind of got into this cycle where he would just sit in the house all day. Like, even when I would go out, I would invite him out, he would just stay in the house, like he didn't want to come. And it just, the LA experience wasn't what he was expecting. He thought it was just going to jump off rolling in a different way. I feel like, you know, I prepared him to let him know, like, it wasn't about to just be some, but we at least thought we would have jobs in order to sustain ourselves and be kind of comfortable while we chasing it. You know, niggas ran through our money hella quick. So, like, I mean, shit, for 2 or 3 months, I'm telling you, like, man, this nigga, we was eating like a cheeseburger a day. Like, we was going to fucking Jack in the Box, getting 2 tacos for $1, walking and skateboarding everywhere. It was some real grind times. We had this empty ass studio apartment. We both had an air mattress on one side of the room, and we had a big ass flat screen on the floor. You know what I'm saying? That was all our possessions. 2 fucking air mattresses and a TV on the floor. Only thing I think of when I think of that place in that time, yo, every time I would come home, every time we would be home, this nigga Max was playing fucking Call of Duty Zombies, yo. Like, to this day, the menu music just haunts me, yo. Like, I can just hear that shit in the background, just like, I swear, yo, that's all that's in that TV was zombies on Call of Duty. And I think that's when this nigga was like binge watching Lost. Like, that's all this nigga did when we was in LA. Watch Lost and play Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? And he was just over like trying to be out and be functional with people, you know what I mean? Like me, I was struggling too, but like, you know what I'm saying? I would still make sure I get out the house, and I had connections out there prior to him being out there. One day, yo, we moved into the apartment in February. Man, one day in May, I come home, yo, this nigga bags is packed. You know what I'm saying? This nigga got his shit packed the fuck up. Yo, our air mattresses used to be sinking and shit. Like, we was damn near sleeping on the floor by the time he moved out. Like, I felt him. Like, we was broke. We was struggling. But the nigga just, he never prepared me. He just, one day I come home and this nigga's just packed. And he's like, yeah, yo, like, I got a flight. I can't do it no more, man. It's just been tough. Naturally, I'm upset about this shit. You know what I'm saying? But, like, we had no argument or, like, aggressive exchange. Like, I was taken aback. I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? But like, I didn't argue him. I didn't beg him to stay. Nothing. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't saying nothing bad about me. He was just like, yo, I just can't do it no more. And it's like, what can I do? You know what I'm saying? I couldn't stop him. And he already bought his ticket. He was already packed. All right. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it. And we on this lease together. I got double rent. I don't know what I'm about to do to figure this out. This nigga out. All right. Okay. Right. Yo, he don't even know why he do this shit, yo. And like I said, I can say it all because we've already talked about all this stuff. We done already laughed about all this stuff. He done apologized for all this stuff, but it's part of our story. This nigga home for like a day or two. My mom gets an email from him, and this nigga is airing me the fuck out, nigga. He's like, man, all Goody wants to do is smoke and have a good time. I thought we were going to come here and get famous, but it seems like his connections were either non-existent or over-embellished. Like, nigga ate me up in that email, you know what I'm saying? It's funny, and like I said, even admittedly, like, we was both smoking together, you know what I'm saying? Like, but ain't like I was smoking a lot. Niggas was broke, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't believe that nigga threw me under the bus like that, like, fucking Max, right? You know what I'm saying? My mom wasn't even mad at me. Like, she was just caught off guard, like, damn, why you do you like that? So after that, you know what I'm saying, I really wasn't fucking with Max. We wasn't in communication no more. And my mom was just like, you know what I'm saying, it's not somebody you really need to be hanging with. I didn't like how it went. So, you know, we riffed off of that. You know, he reached out to me and apologized for the LA situation. You know what I'm saying? And we started working on the next tape.
Shadow matter when I really get the rapping. Dudes just zapping, need a neck, and he be spitting, it be dripping from his lips. Watch too many movies, touch too many booties, got permanent cooties on top of my dick. Stick on the tongue while I'm plotting a lick. Licking the Dutch, vanilla, no chocolate. Maryland tobacco texture in them pockets. You better start copping and flipping to afford your addiction. Digging my hand in the bag of Doritos, enjoying my fructose. Cracking in class, I got the most jokes. Voted the most dope, most likely to travel. Altitude 230, 2000, having Pokemon battles. He-Man, woman haters, we the new rascals. Touchdown, then I dunk on the goalpost. From the airport to Stoko's, the Uber on Fofos. Got our shit right, the last take was so-so. At least to me, now we so deaf, no Jermaine Dupri at the scene.
Backseat of the Benz with my feet up. Crack roller rolling shit, that's illegal. My driver don't mind the smell. The tinted windows tell you keep out, cause I don't really like people. Currently high on some perks, so I'm singing in the leather. A couple pink chains got me feeling like a feather. She really let my get up. She say my style on another level, but bitch, I'm just picking clothes from the dresser. No effort, I remember. Feeling pressure, trying to fit it with the rest of y'all, but now I'm better. The best of a bad situation, Stevie Wonder to the bullshit like holiday dinners. I'm getting fed up with you stains. Umbrellas when it rains. I wear my Jordan's mask to cover up all the pain from these days. Fuck a board on the Sunset Strip. That's my portable ways. I feel like Lil Jon when I get paid. Okay,
made Mr. Krabs' daughter pearl the blunt. Squidward put his tentacles up. Take what you want. Nigga SpongeBob flipping patties. Give me one. Nigga gave me 7 of them. I wasn't even hungry. Old dog got the tape. Doozer got the plug. Gucci do the dishes. Got splash sweeping up. Rain, sleet, or snow. This boat gon' float. In the field with operations and I'm slashing your throat.
Bandana patterns, my shirt bragging. I'm bulling in the burbs. 5 shots, now I'm drunk and master dodging all of the curbs. Pop the cork, we sip wine by candlelight on the porch. Slapping all these mosquitoes. I'm Goku versus the game you force. I was gone out the pills, I was gone out the dope. I was wandering around Euphoria trying to locate my soul. I fell in love with this bitch, but the bitch don't love me back. She fell for some lame dude, I pray she find a way to flash. My bro, I'm grateful dog, talking about yo, what you do for me? Bitch, I put food on your plate, I put shoes on your feet. When your dumb ass got kicked out, boy, I gave you a place to sleep. I even put bread in your hand, like the bitch you are, you threw it all to geese. So
doing more than just staying alive, young nigga eating shrimp and fries. Only exercise when I hit from behind, hips and thighs. There is a guy. Handshakes and head nods, I don't need a day job. I'm a boss, get laid, not laid off. I'm all that and some steak sauce. Right bars and I buy used cars. Beat up Canard and block the Cali. It was so fresh, first I came with an interest. I came with an image that most niggas didn't. In the kitchen spitting while my grandmama didn't. Is the devil getting to me cause I question my religion? Smoking sour, I know there's a higher power. Then we reincarnate to a rich Nirvana.
She bought the pussy like she bought the clutch. She drive a stick, I'm like Trey with the buggy. No alibi, but my bitch ain't ugly. She don't talk to the feds cause she know she can't trust them. My Asian girl got that pristine booty. First time I did shrooms, took a shower, felt baptized. Smoke a blunt, relapsed, then I lost my mind. This church in the distance, I can hear the chimes. Feel like Aquaman, hearing on sonar. When I saw titties, boy, I gotta send me boner. Whip out the dick, now she looking on the wall now. Flash done Diddy eating dinner with a call girl. I ain't paying for the booty though, baby girl. What you think this is? She on a coke diet like Taylor Swift. I'm talking about the commercial if that went over your head.
I'ma take off your clothes. I'ma take control. I'ma choose all of the positions. I'ma take control. I decide if I'ma use a rubber. I'ma take control. CHACHI, big talk. Niggas invite me, show up with my posse and Nikes. Looking for bitches that like me, most likely be piping the Pisces. Hit it in my string, green Harachis. Etty crib like I'm on Teen Titans. Niggas mosquitoes be biting in places. I'm itching, I'm scratching up just cells of greatness. Back in the bay, I'm just here for some maintenance. Really, it's nothing too big. Back in the States, I'm just here for some gigs. Did a few dates, we just went out for ribs. I do not trick, but I'll be there to hit. Should've be good if she don't give me no lip. She been my best behavior, I let her post a couple pics, you know what I mean? I just go in raw and we don't talk about it. She can't fuck no other nigga, me, I'm out here styling. Her bio say taking, they still gonna follow. She looks so good, but no, she ain't my girl, some shit just understood.
Watch the hands on the clock as you wait for me. I got shit to handle, girl, just pray for me. Cause lately, I think it's been plain to see I've been going through some things and the pain been deep. Off some pills doing stretches in the middle of the street. But you a down ass bitch, so you poppin' with me, no bubbles. All these other bitches give me trouble, hold up. Hit the blunt, now I'm back on my shit, I get drunk and blow. Don't say my mount as your rent, rock the Pumas or A6, I'm right on the fence. Boy, I parachute, I see that shit was intense. For my bitch in a tent, and I catchin' some fish. Young Flash did it off the rip, in the whip, like the wrist. Boy, I look so good, it don't make sense. Had to send my side bitch down like what gives. I got a good thing with the shorty, learn to fucking take a hint, little bitch.
Yeah, in the smoking section, rolling smoking weed like it's nothing. Shed with some chickens trying to get fried. I'm playing talk, boy, I'm trying to get a 9. Talk is chalk, boy, I'm saying wipe me down. I walk that walk, boy, I'm wearing chokers now. Them low tops, I ain't looking down on nobody. We all the same. I run that game like a ref, boy. Call me umpire, Goody Esquire.
Clear conscience, red eyes, glassy tint, dog, I'm thuggin' it. They say I'm shy, but that's that old shit. High school, the quiet kid. Never said a lot cause everybody else was saying it. Songs, they be playing them. Hearts, I will play with them. Have a full roster of bitches, man. You ride the bench if you ain't riding dick. catch some unborn kids. Made sure my hoes never got acquainted with. Have her loving me when those 3 words I never said. Texting how she faithful when that text from me she never read. Cause I ain't getting cuffed up. Happy go lucky I was. Acted like my mom's wasn't a person that I always loved. Cause that's what pride can do.
My mama used to say, boy, you is the shit. Your daddy was that nigga, you gon' be that nigga neck. Take control of your clothes. Don't get no tattoos on your neck. Don't go selling your soul. You just earn your respect. My mama used to say, boy, you is the shit. Your daddy was that nigga, you gon' be that nigga neck. Take control of your clothes. Don't get no tattoos on your neck. Don't go selling your soul. You just earn your respect.
Behind the scenes, I'm off a kidney bean. I'm a fiend, I'm exploring in the booty, boy. I'm like Saul with the king. Found trace, cool 72 degrees, back on Kings. Food trucks, and what's your boulevard, but them chicken burgers got me ting. Take my life away with the stainless, painless painkillers of the days and days. I'm off for packing them pills and shit. Dirty bitch, dirty, filthy rich. Grab my mama back, try to get me out. Need that rap money, get your boy an ice castle. Fucking strip a bitch with a big old booty, sound like jingle bells on them titty tabs.
Me and Max really just only used to smoke weed. Like, niggas ain't drink, like, none of that shit. And when we reconnected, I remember him telling me, like, when he was on his flight home from LA, they offered him a drink on the plane, and he took it, and he liked it. He's like, damn, this ain't half bad. So during the time he wasn't really speaking, he had started drinking and started doing, like, Xanax and stuff. And these was ways he could kind of get a buzz, but also not trigger his mom in the house, you know what I mean, smelling like weed and shit. So even 2013, 14, when we was recording our music, he was doing, like, pills here and there. I would hear about it more than I would see it, because he wouldn't really do it around me. I was telling him I didn't really fuck with it, but it just was what it was. Even at that time, he was just doing it casually, but I was never into that. I just remember stories of him telling me, like, yo, I just feel way more confident, like, if I'm off a Xan or if I drink and I go to a party, like, yo, I don't be on that shy shit, yo. Like, I actually be talking to people and I be working the room. Like, he felt like, you know, if I'm around, say I don't think he liked even the idea of getting, like, high around me, but also just, you know what I'm saying, if he just out on his own and I'm not there, he can just be this other person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just briefing what he told me. I don't feel bad for sharing it because this is his truth. And not for nothing, yo, in his art, Max is one of the most vulnerable, honest with his emotions people when it come to his music, yo. Even since back in the day, before we was really dropping shit, he would be talking about problems with his mom and his dad, and you know what I mean? Max has always been introspective in that aspect and brave enough to share insecurities and things of that nature in his music. But this was something he struggled with, and it was something he was learning in his life.
Me and Max, we always recorded all our music together, and like the group was always first, like our solo shit. Like when we would just make shit, we would have ideas, we would find beats on our own, you know what I'm saying, and then we'll go record. And if we always knew what was a flash song, what was a goody song, you know what I'm saying, it just made sense. So if one of us come with a hard song, it was like, oh, we hop on that, and that's for the group. So fucking Max, yo, out of nowhere, cause like y'all said, yo, Ear Fucking 2 is just so hard to me. This nigga comes up with Wedding Day, but he don't never play it for me. And Wedding Day is like his biggest, hardest songs of this day. Like the day I heard it, I was like, yo, this is a fucking hit. Nigga, this would have been great for the group, you know what I'm saying? And I remember like this nigga just straight dropped it. I catch it like right after it come out. So the song hadn't really even took off yet. Let me hop on this one. Like this would finish off the project for real. Like that would have been the icing on the cake. I end up recording my part to it, but man, by the time my part was done, that song had already blew the fuck up, man. Like that shit took off right away on SoundCloud. Like it just took a few days to get some momentum, and then it was out of here.
It's showtime. Wow, I can't believe Flash is getting married today. I know, right? Isn't it crazy? He's like, oh my gosh. Man, I should have had his bitch though. Hey man, shut up, man. Let this man have his day. Oh, quiet everybody, he's about to talk. He's about to talk. Wipe me down, bitch. Here's the lamb and pledge. I wrap my body up in cozy cotton and silky threads. Get the boulder, heights in my lows, level out my head. I promise I won't be scared. I promise I'll face my fear. People be coming and going, no wonder y'all boy waving. Pour juice thicker than gravy. Young Flash been racking, I can count stacks, but I promise I won't ever let the money make me. I swear I'm kinda liking my bitches new fragrance. Gotta say enough love and bass trace, like a procedure she getting hip. I don't give a shit about the side bitch if she ain't something I did lately. I told her let's deal like I back for brains and jackhammers. I swear your pictures may all be elaborating. Fuck a bitch well, now I gotta go buy a mattress at the wedding. I told the pastor I can't even stand up. She be getting on my nerves, but boy I love them curves, girl I
we all gon' trip. But I made them all dip, I don't know what it is, but the pretty ass finna make a boy hit a wipe me down, bitch. Here's a lemon pledge. I wrap my body up in cozy, kinda silky threads. Hold up in my lungs, level out my head. I promise I won't be scared. I promise I'll face my bed. Am I getting married over there too?
I typed a text to a girl I used to see. Said I chose this honey that with whom I wanna be. I apologize if this message make you salty. Then I copy paste the sentence and I sent it to my bitches. No. Then what am I saying? Bellamy taught me how to be a player. It been in my spaceship. I hope I won't regret this. Turning down pussy dog. I gotta be that nigga. AJ and Armageddon came back with an erection. Damn near won the election. And Vandalay not on the ballot. You can be my first lady if you just let me toss that sound. I feel like Caesar. I feel just like Caesar.
Wipe me down, bitch. Here's a lemon pledge.
When you hear it, it's just a hit right away. Seeing what happens later, that's when I think in his mind he was like, oh, I'm good on my own. You know what I'm saying? And we still was cool after that. Like, we still had the project on deck. But like, I was like, damn, that would have been great for the group though. You know what I'm saying? Not even on no selfish shit, but just because we was already having momentum from the Great Sweatpants ear fucking tape. And we had these new videos coming with income tax and diabetes.
Shorty say I'm sweet like glucose. Don't worry, girl, never turn to diabetes. We pouring up that syrup with no fructose. Yeah, I like a pretty girl that feed me fettuccine. But bitch, you rub up on my dick, I bet I be OG. Bitch, you rub up on my dick, I bet I be OG. But bitch, you rub up on my dick, I bet I be OG. Bitch, you rub up on my dick, I bet I be OG. On and on and on and on and on. We fly away through the night. But we too hot for the time.
For real.
Had the cow coat.
It's like the band from Black Jesus. Hey, yo. We gonna start this community garden. This community garden. Yo, I love that show, yo.
I just cop a mustache, get out.
Cop a mustache. You got a quarter?
You're about to get the 25-cent mustache real quick.
About the quarter mustache of this bitch.
Yo, I'm kind of tempted, bro. Oh, it's 50 cents. All right, never mind. This is 25.
Yeah, that extra quarter used to make all the difference back in the day, yo.
Pants. Goddamn, that pussy be hustle. Depending on a nigga, she struggle. Income tax ain't funny. It ain't funny. Big bad, my money. Tell a bitch like. Go downtown, be there in a moment. Buy a bunch of weed and then roll it. Tell a bitch like. Go downtown, be there in a moment. Buy a bunch of weed and then roll it. Yo, I'm never negligent. Spot a nigga that's looking in. It be interesting. We all just living out the plan. Do the native dance, meditating the clan. The God stepping in, trying to turn me to a better man.
Our video got covered on the Source magazine and like these other outlets, you know what I'm saying? But the nigga from the Source took like a real liking to us and was like hitting us up, trying to help us out with shit, and was trying to get us to send some music for like this compilation thing one time. And this is around the time me and him recording the second project. So the dude had like a deadline for us. We were supposed to like give him some of our music, and yo, out of nowhere, yo, this dude Max just ghosted me for like a week. Like he just was ignoring me. And I got the dude from the Source hitting me up like, yo, what's going on? I'm stalling for a while. Then eventually I had to tell him what's going on. When he finally hit me back after ghosting me for like a week and a half, he was just like, yo, like I just been thinking like I just can't do this no more. Like I just feel like I'm your sidekick and I can't keep living in your shadow. You know what I mean? He was hitting me with that shit. He didn't feel as confident around me and he just wanted to be successful on his own terms. When he ghosted me that time, and when he left the group and told me he didn't want to fuck with it no more, and then he ain't never sent me none of the music. It was a whole bunch of solo music I did he had never sent me. I was just like, yo, I accept it, but like I was cool off him. And he had made that decision. Like he wanted us to separate more, you know what I'm saying? So he could grow at his own pace. After that, that's when we started not really being in touch like that. Even leading up to like, it was just these little weird things where like Max would just randomly like unfollow me or block me. And you know what I'm saying? It was just these weird things I couldn't really keep up with. And over the years, I just got tired of even trying to understand or keep up with these random tiffs he would have with me, because I knew in my heart I never had did nothing wrong to dude. He just had his own ways of viewing stuff, or you know what I'm saying? So from 2015 to 2019, me and Max would just talk maybe like once every other year. I think from 2015, I ain't talked to him until 2017. And he, you know, he hit me up apologizing about, you know, just how everything is gone and, you know, updating me on what's going on with him. And I think at that time he was living in Atlanta, going through his stuff out there. We was already starting to grow apart at this point, and he was already getting like deeper into a lifestyle I just wasn't about or even into, or I didn't want that influence around me. I didn't want that energy around me. And I honestly just didn't even like seeing him like that. And we was also in different states. Like I was living in LA, he was living in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, it was cordial. And I had no ill will towards him, but it was just, you know, he would usually hit me up like every year and just kind of, you know, apologize for whatever has transpired in that past year. He'll have his little moments. He may have subtweet me about some shit, or like I said, the unfollows, you know, it's weird. But he would acknowledge it, and he would tell me why he did it. He would tell me how, you know, he was just off the shits and he was just in his feelings about shit. I was always glad I was able to have conversations with him when he was able to clearly and lucidly speak on his actions and have a third person awareness of like why he did stuff, like the reasonings behind it. And this went on until 2019. Like our last real talk, like a long talk, end of 2018, early 2019. I probably hadn't talked to him in like a year or so. He had FaceTime me and he was talking about how he was in Miami now. And he was like, yo, I just got out of rehab. Shit got really bad for me in Atlanta. I'm feeling good now. I'm getting myself together now. If you open to it, like I want us to try to start getting involved again or kicking, you know what I'm saying? And I was open to it, and I gotta say, through the random apologies he would give me over the years, a lot of those times I could tell on the phone he was kind of high. He was just rambling and he was just on high thoughts, but it was still some truth in it, for real. Like, you know, drunk words, sober thoughts. But I just always knew, I was like, oh, this nigga just, you know what I'm saying? But in that call, and I gotta say, like, that was the clearest he had ever sounded. Like, he really did sound clean. He really did sound super genuine. He really did sound ready. And we ended up meeting up in Baltimore in like March 2019, and that's really the last time I saw him. But see, what happened was, like I said, there's some stuff I want to speak on, some stuff I just don't really. Max would admit, that's why it's like, I'm so mad at him, yo, because we was always supposed to have like our dysfunctional ass MTV bio doc one day where we could finally tell the story. And I don't like that I can only tell my side now. But I know he be cool because he know how I am. And me and Max have talked, and that's why I know what angle and his perspective on the things that have transpired with us and how he feels about it and his acknowledgement of it. Max did a lot of like little petty shit to me or towards me. It was like literally, it was just petty. Like it shit didn't even really matter, but it was just the principle of it after a while. It's like, yo, why you keep doing this little shit? Like I just be like, yo, why you gotta be like this, yo? You know what I'm saying? But after we reconnected in 2019, after I had that great talk with him, like that really clear, super there joint, something else ended up happening in 2019. I was just like, I was like, yo, not again, yo. Like, and even though it was small and petty, it was the principle. I'm just like, yo, every time, like how many times we gonna have to go through this cycle of just like some little petty shit, and then a year later he'll apologize. So in 2019, I really kind of made up my mind, like I didn't really want to associate with bro no more. Like I didn't really want to talk to him or hang out with him because it's just like we had nothing in common no more. He was a part of a lifestyle I wasn't, and even though he would always apologize and shit, it was like shit would keep happening again. So I'm like, is it ever really real? You know, I didn't feel like I really owed it no explanation at this point. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to keep harping on it, and I'm developing in my own life too, and I got my own shit going on. So I was like, I just can't keep going back and forth with this dude. So the random messages I would get from him, like between 2019, 2020, and even most recently, like Max was hitting me up back in January of this year. You know, I wasn't really, I didn't really have no rap for him. I would see his messages, but it just wasn't. I ain't have nothing to say to him no more, yo. He still wasn't clean. I knew that bothered me. I was even asking myself, like, if I regret not responding to him up until recently. Sadly, I don't, because I've said everything I had to say, and it was like, I got my own shit going on right now. It was just like, yo, like, you can't just be a priority or just get my time whenever you want. He just be popping up randomly. He wouldn't be acknowledging, at least his most recent time, he wasn't acknowledging the little shit that, you know, he kind of sent me off most recently. It's just like, all right, yo, I'm glad I can share some of this stuff with y'all, because even through it all, I always had love for bro, and he knew that, and I knew he had love for me. It was just, we became different people. We grew apart, and I mean, he knew how I felt, he knew where I stood, and he, you know, but man, me and this dude got so many inside jokes and just funny ass moments, man, and just memories. And I just know, like, man, I learned a lot with this dude, I learned a lot from this dude, and I learned a lot through this dude, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel like this testimony is important. And I know Max was already comfortable with using his vulnerabilities to reach other people and maybe inspire them on something. And I don't want people to fall into the same pitfall he did if it could be avoided. I'ma just say Max's biggest issues was always confidence and insecurity. And Max was his biggest enemy, just like most or all of us are. It was his perception of things that made it worse. A lot of times I would try to explain to him how he was making it worse with just how he viewed it. Without me trying to give up too many stories of just his personal information, I hope that can resonate with some people. It's all in how you look at it, half full, half empty. There was times when he had a victim mentality or he had a defeated mentality, and there was times he didn't, but it kind of came down to this core. And sometimes you gotta put your foot down with loved ones. It got to the point where Max was just like, he's really family, but I didn't fuck with him. I didn't fuck with him no more. I didn't like what he was doing. I didn't like a lot of the decisions he was making, and he was being destructive to himself. I couldn't stand that, or I couldn't stand to be around that either. I wasn't going to tolerate that. You know, he picked up this habit, got deeper into this during the times when we were apart. So it was like when I was getting reconnected with him, he was just too far gone. That's why I said I don't feel like there was anything I could have done to stop Max from doing what he was doing or what he planned to do. That was going to be a decision that Max made. And for a while, he did make that decision. Like, he really did get clean for a while. And he knew I was proud of him. I don't regret nothing because I've said everything I want to say to this man. He knows exactly where I'm at, and I know in my heart I ain't never wronged this dude ever. Like, I ain't never did nothing petty or shady. All I did was at a certain point I was like, all right, it's time I really distance myself. I'm wishing you the best from a distance, bro. I just hate it finally came to this point. I hate to even say finally, but anybody who was really in Max's life these last few years, I don't think any of y'all can say you weren't in some way mentally prepared for this day. It just fucking sucks. Of course I'm sad, but like I keep saying, yo, when people keep asking me, and just like, yo, right now I'm really upset with Max. I'm just kind of mad at him, yo. I'm just kind of mad, bro. Like, I'm just really fucking disappointed, man. I'm really upset that he couldn't control it, and he couldn't find a reason to care a little more, or just be a little more patient with himself. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's just certain shit you can't teach people or hold their hand through. They just got to learn it on their own. I don't think it was nothing I could have done differently. And I feel like it was heading towards this. And I know a lot of people try. Like, Max had people in his life trying to help him out, yo. But I know he know how I felt about him. The people around him even reached out to me, just letting me know, like, shit he had said recently. And just, yeah, of course, you know, you want that kind of last conversation, that last closure, but like, we did have that, you know what I'm saying? It was just like 2 years ago, you know what I'm saying? My nigga, this shit just still just not real yet. Personally, it's the closest person I ever lost. Like, I ain't never dealt with the loss of somebody I spent this much time with. Somebody I know this much about. Somebody I seen really just grow. I seen all his stages, and it's just like, it's so fucked up just me knowing like those initial seeds that just grew into something so much bigger. And like, I just want to be vulnerable about my mans, because like, yo, with the good and the bad, yo, we none of us perfect. And that nigga did wear that shit on his sleeve, and that's why I was like, yo, flaws and all, if it can be example for people, or if we can just laugh at it, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's Max, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, my man, he was an asshole. He was a lovable asshole. Max used to be such an asshole back in high school to people, like,
yo, Max is a fucking picky smoker, yo. Like, you and I,
Picky
like,
smoker, yeah.
Yo, this nigga Max has not shut the fuck up yet.
Yo. I don't fuck with you, yo, honestly. Yo.
Okay.
You a shiesty motherfucker.
Alright, yo, just pass my shit, yo.
when you really fuck with people, you really love people, yo, you love the good and the bad, yo. I used to, like, I got text messages, yo. I used to be like, yo, straight up, yo, why you be doing this little dumb petty shit, yo? Like, I ain't even mad at you. I just want to know why, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga was not supposed to just die this soon, yo. That's the wildest shit to me. It's just how permanent it is, you know what I'm saying? And like, our legacies is just attached to each other. Like, we started this shit together. Like, I can never not talk about this nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always gotta bring this nigga up if I'm telling the story of my life, and vice versa. And it's just fucked up, yo, cause like, yo, I stand on where I'm at. I didn't really fuck with Max no more, but I always love that nigga, and I just always knew, like, man, I might still had to do a fucking reunion tour with this nigga one day or some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna be on stage, just all awkward and shit. It'd have been funny, yo, you know what I mean? Damn, yo. Yo, in closing, man, I know his mom really didn't want this shit on social media, but I also know she don't fully understand social media and the internet, and I know she don't fully understand the impact he's had, or like, it's like really people in this world that care about him that he don't even know, you know what I'm saying? People he ain't never met, or people in Baltimore. People do deserve to know. Like I said, it already just got a little out of hand online, but it's just tough as fuck. It's just really unfortunate. I know he wished he could have got his flowers more so in life. I know he wanted to always feel that big fame and all the acknowledgement. But you know, he even really just made me think about myself and just us and just how we do overlook a lot of our accomplishments sometimes. We don't really give credit to the small things. Max, me, like, we really got people who just DM us randomly, like just kids in these strange towns and out the country, and they'll tell us how they used to fuck with our music 10 years ago, how they still listen to this shit from when we was in high school, or just like me and Max haven't had a chance to get rich or super famous off our shit, but we have had a real impact. We have received real love from people. I done been with Max when people that came up to us and even looked us in our eyes and told us how much they fuck with us. From the online to in person, yo, this nigga did get a lot of flowers, and I hope he feel peace with that. I hope he know he was appreciated for what he had to offer, and I just wish he could have appreciated himself a little bit more, yo. Just a little bit more, man. But I never understood everything he was going through. He was always a more emotional person than me, even before shit was starting to go wrong. He always kind of had his heart on his sleeve or just be emotional about shit, and I was always real detached from shit and just take it as it is. So a lot of his problems I didn't always have advice for or how to calm him down, but I just always just tried to be a good example, yo. And I do feel like I did as best I could, yo. And I feel like I was there for him when I could be. And the times when he did reach out, I would answer, yo. It was just after a while, yo, I couldn't no more, yo. And, but he understood that, yo. Like, Max left me a voice memo, like a month or two ago, yo. And he didn't sound great in it to me, but he was still saying some real shit, and I just know he know where we at. I know the world ain't know. A lot of people probably don't know we wasn't cool no more. A lot of y'all probably still thought we was cool. Some people thought things was probably worse than it really was. Probably thought we was actually beefing or some shit. And it was never none of that. Max did have problems with me here and there over the years, but even he admitted, like, it wasn't nothing. It was just him and his feelings randomly one day while probably high or some shit. I love you, nigga. I hope you find what you're looking for, yo. I hope you found what you're looking for, bro.